Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final of the women's team event here at the Oceania Championships. We have tonight Australia versus New Zealand. For Australia, Yangzi Yangzi and Melissa Kappa. And for New Zealand, Jocelyn Lam, Lisa Hia, and Jackie Wood. Umpires Alan Moore and Kenyon Richards. Good luck to all players and enjoy the match as spectators. Thank you.
All right. Welcome back to the 2024 ITTF-Oceania Table Tennis Championships. We're here at the Auckland Table Tennis Stadium in New Zealand. I'm Matt Hetherington, joined one more time for today by Shane Lawgerson.
Hey Matt.
Probably well sick of me by now. And as I said, we're here for the women's final between Australia and New Zealand. It's a straight final here at the Oceanias. And pretty stacked Australian women's team here, so it's going to be a really tough match for New Zealand. But they're again coming off the back of the national championships in Nelson, so definitely match prepared. First matchup out here is going to be between Jocelyn Lam and Yangzi. So hopefully the players are going to come out. Jocelyn had some really good matches at the national championships in Nelson. She had a pretty good match with Carrie Gore in the semi-final.
She had an excellent match, yeah. She lost that very narrowly.
Yeah.
I think it was 15-13 in the 7th. She's had plenty of match play lately.
Yeah, she also played right before nationals the Grand Smash in China as well.
Yeah, yeah. We have Liu Yangzi with a world ranking of 37.
Yeah, she's a pretty decorated player for Australia. She's originally from Henan in China and actually moved to Portugal first, playing in Portugal before she came to Australia. I think around 2019 she moved to Australia.
So she was playing in the professional league in Portugal.
Yeah, I think so. She also won a handful of under-21 titles at, I guess then it would have been ITTF events. But yeah, she's been fairly active on the international circuit. Obviously being ranked so high, she can get invited to bigger events like the WTT Champions and Grand Smashes and stuff like that. Jocelyn's kind of just entering that world now. Ranked 113 in the world.
Yeah, you'd probably expect Jocelyn to be the #1 ranked woman in the New Zealand team, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yangzi, is she the top Australian woman? Or are they pretty...
I think between her and Min Yangzi, it's probably a little even, but she probably is narrowly the favourite, yeah.
Okay.
She has kind of short/medium pips on the backhand. But yeah, definitely one of the favourites to win the women's singles. Yeah, it's going to be a going to be an interesting match, and I think Jocelyn's really going to have to raise the bar. Nice drop there. That almost went over. So
Off the
I
net
don't know if
post.
she thought that would count if it went over. It was close. Yeah, I think honestly the biggest challenge for Jocelyn is just the amount of rotation on everything, especially the serve. The serve and the forehand loop from here is going to be really heavy spin.
Right.
I mean, usually you would expect a left-handed player to have a bit of an advantage,
Being able to get into that backhand.
especially
into
in the women's
pips.
game.
Yeah.
But the Australians have Melissa Tapper on their team, so
So they're well
they're
practiced.
kind of they're pretty well versed in dealing with lefties.
Struggling to pick a serve there, isn't she? She's made several direct faults off the service.
I think the other challenge for her is she serves long and fast, but then kind of moves all the way across to play backhand
Yeah.
instead of going for take your chances with the forehand in that situation. Yangzi was a bronze medalist in the women's team and women's singles event at the Commonwealth Games in 2022.
Right.
So she's
That's impressive.
yeah,
That's,
she's one of the leading women in the Commonwealth. So 11-3 the first game.
yeah, Jocelyn's really got her work cut out, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hasn't drawn an easy match here to kick things off. Yeah, I think the toughest thing for her is kind of moving past that intimidation factor
Yeah.
of, she knows that the player at the other end of the table is much stronger and much more experienced. But how do you get past that and go, don't be intimidated?
Yeah, play your own
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
And it can really take a while to get into that mindset,
Yeah, that's a better play from her. Setting the pace with the serve and then following up with the forehand.
Yeah. Well, nothing wrong from Jocelyn there.
Yeah. One of the most difficult parts is that the ball coming back so awkward because of the pips, but it's actually quick as well.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have much time to make all the adjustments she needs.
Yeah, just that bounce just comes through that little bit lower, doesn't it? With it being pips, it's not that same arc.
Yeah, and she's kind of leaving a gap on her backhand side towards the edge of the table. She's not really covering. You can see her tending a lot towards the middle, trying to cover it with her backhand, but she's leaving that space down the line open.
Yeah, so when Yangzi plays that pips down the line,
Yeah.
that's just
she's
going to
not
be
behind the
really
ball.
awkward. Yeah.
So 6-1 in the second here. I think a lot of the time, if she's going to serve and set the ball up, no matter where the ball goes, try and get on your forehand.
Yeah, and it looks like she's having her crossover targeted in that receive as well. So
Yeah.
if that's happening, that's the perfect time to just start using your forehand. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's falling into that trap of coming over and covering the ball with her backhand, and then leaving the gap down the line. So she's kind of hindering herself twice over by not playing forehand.
Yeah.
I mean, it is very common in women's table tennis to kind of cover 2/3 of the table with your backhand.
That's the right idea. Yeah, I mean Jocelyn's good from both wings, right? So it is her natural game, but
Yeah.
in this instance, she really does need to play forehand.
Big opportunity there. Again, I think she's just kind of running a little bit cold. I mean, that's the other challenge you have as well. When the rallies are quite short and you haven't really got a foot in the door in the match, you have to try and stay warm. Otherwise, things kind of downward spiral as well. So, tough break there in the second.
She played that point well, but Yangzi's very good.
Yeah, I think she just has to step up the aggression. I mean, you go into the third after the first two games, and she doesn't. She has to play like she has nothing to lose.
She's got nothing to lose, right?
So-
she can just go
if she
for it
lines
and-
that ball up, and the ball's kind of sitting there with a chance to attack, I would just be trying to rip it into the middle of next week. It's definitely risky, but from what we've seen so far, if she just puts the ball into play, she generally loses on the next ball.
Yangzi's just not missing anything, really. Is she?
And the quality from her is it's tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for New Zealand, these are the type of matches where the players really have to step up. Like, this is the experience that they
so desperately need.
Yeah, don't just take the result and think, okay, the person at the other end of the table is, better than me and I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, can you step up and at least
give it everything?
Yeah.
That's good. Good positive play, Jocelyn.
That's a much better play. She kind of used the same strategy back against her. Catch her on the backhand in the middle.
Into that backhand
Pull
corner.
down the line and then... Yeah, much better play. Definitely be going for a forehand opening, I think. A little bit loose, but
Yeah,
gets a 3 point for it.
she's obviously targeting that long serve down the line. So Yangzi's probably waiting for that ball a little bit. So great block.
Starting to see some unforced errors off the backhand from
Yeah,
Liu.
that's what happens. That's what can happen when there's a bit of pressure goes on.
That dribbles over.
Lucky ball.
7-3 lead for Jocelyn Lam.
She needs everything she can get.
A little bit early on the timing. That was a little awkward receive.
Yeah, almost a slight miss-hit on the return.
Yeah, definitely a
good.
better play for Jocelyn, receiving with the forehand. There's some pressure here on Liu. And the pressure's all on her backhand.
Again, yeah, that backhand corner. If there was any weakness you could find, you'd have to say it's that backhand corner of Yangzi.
So,
Yeah,
4 game points for Jocelyn Lam.
it was a great effort.
One game point saved. It's a pretty sharp backhand.
This is when it gets hard, right? Closing it out. She's had no pressure all game. Playing very relaxed and going for a shot. Suddenly she's got a few game points and just that little bit of pressure comes back on.
She had the right position on that, but the placement was a little off. I feel like if she'd driven that ball down the line, right into the backhand corner, she could have been walking to get her towel right now.
Oh, right idea. Looking to get in with her forehand after the serve.
I think that slight moment of hesitancy where she decided to push, should have just gone for it. So, big run of points here from the Australian. Again, another. Great serve and flick from Yangzi.
That's good. That's really good. She's good in all areas of the game, isn't she?
Jocelyn just hanging on here.
Not giving up.
She seems to have done pretty well just off those long float serves. And this time Liu changing the serve placement herself. Another match point. A lot of 3 points. You don't tend to expect it from a more seasoned international player. Jocelyn's been able to cling on, but she hasn't been able to
4th match point.
get herself in a position to get ahead. And
She'll be
Yangzi.
pleased with her effort in that last game. That will have.
Yeah, I think that third game,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have expected after seeing the first two games that
No.
she'd be in a position to win the third. And she just seemed to piece a few more puzzle pieces together.
Yeah.
Definitely had a good chance there, but tough opponent to kick things off with.
Yeah. First match of the tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. First match against
You
the
come up
world
in
number 37.
Yeah.
It's a-
In the final. It's a hard.
yeah,
hard ask.
So Australia take a 1-0 lead. It's a best of 5 team tie, so the first team to win 3 matches will take the Oceania women's crown. Of course, we're only day 1 here out of 4. It's more team competition and doubles. I think it's mainly team competition and doubles tomorrow, and then singles following on from that over Thursday and Friday. Alright, so Lisa Gear and Min Hyung-ji from Australia taking the table now. Min Hyung-ji is another one of those players that's kind of in that high-ranking bracket that's playing a lot of WTT events.
So should be quite a big favourite to win this match as well. Judging by world rankings, I see Lisa doesn't have a ranking, but
Not yet.
not yet.
After this one, should be on the board.
Yeah, but Min Hyung is at 59. Here at Lisa's local association, Auckland. She's a student at Northcote College.
He's also playing in Nelson.
Yep.
Had a bit of a thumb injury down there, but
She-
it looks like it's okay.
Yeah, it all recovered. Yeah, it was quite a nasty.
100%
injury.
commitment on the half long ball.
That's right. Just caught her thumb on the edge of the table and had to retire from the match and didn't play any more singles for a day or two after that.
So G starting off with the serve. I think the serve return is really crucial in these matches. Yeah, that's a better play. I would be going in and trying to flick as many as I can. I think it's the right play.
Having a go, getting some pressure on.
Yeah.
So Min Hyung has medium pimples,
Yeah,
long
she's
pimples?
medium.
Medium.
Yeah. I think it's medium.
Could be long.
The more that I watch it,
Yeah. It's the right idea from Lisa. Oh, good length.
That's a good serve. Just got to hold the table on the next ball. again, it's another one of those matches where it's first match out on the table, straight into the final,
Yeah.
coming up against a pretty awkward
Combination.
combination.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw Chulong in the under-21 men's final kind of get away with that as well.
Yeah, he got a bit of an advantage, didn't he?
It is long pips on the back end. It's OX
long
as well, so no sponge.
Right. That's good.
She's definitely making the right
yeah.
plays and reading the ball well. Again, just getting into the match in the beginning, it's difficult when you're coming straight into a final.
Absolutely. She's remaining positive. She's going for a shot. She's looking to be aggressive.
Yeah, I think Jocelyn, they're kind of going through the same motion of hopefully just piecing together parts of the puzzle as the match goes on.
Getting used to the rubber the longer the match goes on.
Yeah, I think definitely on the serve receive, being more assertive is a big thing, whether you're long pushing or you're flicking. You've got to be very, very direct with these players. So you don't want to kind of hand them a shot to play.
Yeah.
You want to go out with that intention of, I want to make sure they don't get to play this shot. I think the other thing for Lisa is just closing off the angle a bit. I think the angle's been pretty open. Yeah, you can see she's playing a kind of light backspin serve to the pips. The ball's coming back float.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit too much lift on there. But she is reading the ball well. And then Yangzi's got really great variations with that backhand serve too. You can see her changing the length and the pace and the spin. Get herself in the game.
Yeah.
It's that kind of that similar intimidation thing as well. And she is going for all of her shots.
She's going, she's definitely going for it. I wonder if she needs to be serving into her forehand, trying to get her to receive with her forehand sometimes.
She can definitely try. I think especially in this stage of a game, like, shift things as much as you can. If you can find something that works, that might help you in the next hand.
Oh, nice.
That's a great shot.
She's on the board. She'll be pleased with that.
Now she just needs to make a few more adjustments on the backhand side.
Oh. Didn't quite work, did it? Right idea. Oh, good serve.
Haven't seen too many serves from G on the forehand. So, tough second game there for Gia, but I think there would only be a few small adjustments is really the difference. That's the problem on table tennis, is you can be making the right shots, just the angle's a little bit off, or
Yep.
The swing angle's a little bit wrong.
Those margins, fine
I think
margins.
it's really, really fine margins. If I was her, I would keep serving the backspin into the pips. She knows that the ball's coming back to her backhand almost every time, and just get a little bit more on top of the ball. Because she's ready for it every time.
Yep, she's ready
She
for
knows
it.
it's
She's
going
got the
there.
right shot.
Yeah.
Just hitting it off the end. And I guess that comes with experience, that ability to make those adjustments, to not keep making the
also
same mistake.
There's not really anyone who plays like that in New Zealand. We
That's
don't
right.
have that many OX long pips players here, and the ones that we do have are kind of veteran men's players. I don't know if Lisa gets to play against the older men's players that often.
All right idea.
I like that. I think it's a really good decision. She certainly struggled a little bit more with reading the forehand serves than the backhand. Yangzi's serve and attack game is really
It's
solid.
solid, eh?
You can see just the nerves there. That's a free point off the serve there.
Nice.
I like
Great
that.
shot, Lisa.
Yeah, close the angle off more. Go for it. Yeah.
Right idea.
Every shot that she was meant to go for, I think she's gone for all of them.
Yeah.
She definitely hasn't been passive.
Oh,
Great point.
She'll be pleased with that.
I think Min Young's ended up playing a forehand with the long pip somewhere in the middle of there as well. Yeah, great stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I think this is the exact mirror of
Jocelyn's
game where
match.
third game, some things are starting to fall into place.
Yep.
It's steady play. It's tough to deal with that forehand from G. Big deep serve there. Just 2 points behind. Gonna need some good serve receive here.
She read the serve well.
Yeah. Yeah, again, it's not easy to deal with the follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, good read. But ultimately, 3-0 for Min Yangzi of Australia.
Yeah, she's a bit too good, wasn't she?
I think, again, as with the first match, a pretty good third game from
Yeah.
Lisa Gear there. And
Yeah, she'll be very happy with that third game. She can,
I think actually as she played more forehand, it kind of, maybe it helped her figure out the angles. She played better on the backhand after she started playing more forehand, so I
Yeah.
think not a bad effort there in the third.
Yeah. And playing against those sorts of rubbers, the more you play them, the more confident you get. You get used to what's happening. It's very hard going into the.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Into a
want to be
match.
doing it.
No.
All right, so we go into the third singles match here. 2024 ITTF-Oceania Championships Women's Team Final. Australia currently leading New Zealand 2-0. And it's going to be between Melissa Tapper and Jackie Wood. Don't know if you remember the last time Jackie Wood played for New Zealand, Shane.
Well,
It was before I started playing, I think.
She's not played for the New Zealand women's team before. She represented New Zealand as a junior, but this is her debut in the women's team. So it's a big moment for her.
This is the first time that Melissa's been in Auckland since 2013, I think.
Right.
So
Well, she's been
big role.
representing Australia for
a long time.
a long time, hasn't she?
She's
Several times Olympian.
Paralympian and Olympian. One
Yeah.
of the very few table tennis players that is, or one of the very few athletes in any sport that's
Yeah.
qualified for Paralympics and Olympic Games. He's very admirable table tennis player. I think she's really done a lot for para table tennis in Australia. If you look at the para table tennis program in Australia over the last 5-10 years, it's really gone from strength to strength. I think she's qualified for 2 Olympic Games now. So, another tough match. Australia hasn't brought an easy team to play with for New Zealand.
They're a strong team, aren't they? Melissa's world ranking of 245 against Jackie with currently no world ranking.
I think Melissa's a little underrated at 245 as well.
I think so, yeah.
Let's start off with the serve there from Jackie. This is one of the things that players really need to get into early is attacking those long pushes. Any long opportunity is.
Yeah,
You don't just get handed those in high-level table tennis matches. So
that's right. That's right.
good adjustment there to counter the forehand. Great play from Jackie Wood. Good adjustment on the serve as well. I think she kind of recognised that her serve was a little bit too short. It was too close to the net. So made it a little bit deeper on the table. Good recovery out after that forehand smash too. This is where I think Melissa's going to gain a good advantage. She's got a great left-handed reverse pendulum serve. Yeah,
well
good
played.
play. Really seeing those chances to open the first ball.
Yeah, she's not afraid to go for it. good spin.
heavy
Spin, yeah.
Yeah, same again.
Again,
This is going to be
yeah.
a recurring theme from Melissa Tapper, is the first opening loop. It's
With
really
lots
heavy
of spin.
rotation.
Yeah, yeah. Jackie didn't look comfortable blocking those balls.
And that clips the edge. Jackie Wood just 1 point behind here. Ties it up at 7 each. Definitely made a better impression in the first game than her teammates. So
Yeah.
she's really hit the ground running here. And that just slow but really deep on the table. The real question is whether she can close out the game or not.
Yeah.
It's the real challenge here. So just steady on the backhand. So a couple of game points here in the first.
Melissa will be looking to serve short and get in with lots of spin.
I think the
I'm
reverse.
guessing.
I think the reverse will come out to play here. Well, never mind. you were right about the heavy spin.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what Melissa needs to be playing, is just lots of spin on that first ball. And Jackie's doing very well in the rallies. Just got to get past that first phase.
It was a great first game
Yeah.
for her.
So, yeah.
I think where she's kind of stood out from the team is no intimidation.
Yeah.
Like, she's going out there and
Yep. Ready
she's
to
really,
play.
she's ready to play the match and it's kind of play against herself of making sure that she brings out her best table tennis rather than worrying too much about the person at the other end of the table.
Yeah.
So, really solid start. I think one of the biggest challenges for New Zealand players is just a shortage of left-handers to practice against. So
That's right. And where Jackie's based down in the South Island, she probably doesn't have a huge
practice
range
partners,
of
just in general.
Yeah, yeah. I could see there Kim really talking to her about getting over the ball with that against that first attack. So
One of the things I like about Melissa's game is that even when the pressure came down, she really just stuck to her guns of executing basic stuff like backspin serves, first opening loop.
yep, she didn't panic. She knows her game. She's an experienced player. And
She got her angle close on the first one. Needs to add a bit of pressure to it as well. Heavy backspin serve.
yeah, having a bit of trouble with that receive.
I mean, that's another tough area because a lot of the women in New Zealand serve kind of top side spin and long and fast.
That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely
good
better.
point.
You can see her just reminding herself, stay on top of the ball.
Oops, a bit of a loose serve.
Changing up the spin this time. Yeah, those serve variations have really stepped up in game 2. She's definitely doing a better job of covering the spin, but she needs to add a little bit more to it as well, which is not easy.
That's right. I mean,
You kind of have
in the
to-
first game, she was really just blocking them off the end.
Yeah.
She's getting that one on the table, but Melissa's just so good. She can follow it up with another strong forehand. So it's tough.
Yeah, but she's kind of held her own in the rallies with her backhand control.
Yeah.
I think Melissa's kind of getting the opportunity to hit a lot of balls and just ease into things even more. So it kind of plays both ways. You get more balls on the table, which is good for you, but your opponent gets to hit more
Yes.
balls, which is bad for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bit of a knife edge.
Yeah. She's looking quite comfortable out there now.
Yeah.
Now Melissa, she's found her groove.
Yeah, I think definitely the serve receive has to be the main focus for Jackie coming out into the third. Just not trying to play too heavy. I think against the backspin serve, she was trying to kind of press into it too much.
Yeah.
She's got to recognize that. I would say almost any serve that comes off Melissa's racket is going to be heavy in some direction. So we basically saw a lot of heavy backspin or heavy top. There wasn't really any middle ground.
Yeah. Yeah. And it seemed that the heavy backspin was what Jackie struggled with there. So maybe just changing a bit angle, coming a little bit more underneath the ball.
Yeah, or even drop it short.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Again,
Nice ball.
she's getting good cover on that. I mean, it's not an easy ball to block. It's very heavy topspin. But you got to cover the spin and you try not to block too soft at the same time.
Timeout, was it?
I heard it. Yeah,
Kim's called a timeout.
should have stood up. So,
Jackie's just trying to relax out there. And, yeah.
first 4 points to Melissa. We're kind of seeing the match playing out in reverse to the other two.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, where they didn't start so well, but really got it together by the end of the game. But I do feel Melissa's maybe started this match a bit slower, and she's really, she's just not really missing any balls.
Yeah, and also she's the only one on the team who's using smooth rubber on both sides, so
That's true.
you don't have to deal with going into a match feeling nervous
That's
and
a-
then having to deal with
Yeah, that's a good
Pip's
point.
backhand as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if this little pep talk from Kim's helped get Jackie back into the game.
Good backhand serve variation, yeah. herself on the board right after the timeout.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Must have been a good timeout.
Definitely a little bit too loose on some of the serves from Jackie Wood. That's ultimately where things are falling apart, is a few too many long balls.
Yeah,
I don't
Alyssa
think-
doesn't hit the ball very hard on that first attack, but she gets a lot of spin, and her placement looks very deceptive. She hits it to any area of the table.
She doesn't really miss her first opening. There's only been a few occasions in this match where she's missed her first loop, but very steady, very spinny.
Yeah.
But also gets a really great snap on the follow-up as well.
Yeah.
That ball just kind of skims the back line a little. 9-1 from Melissa Tapper.
Looking like the second gold medal of the tournament is going to Australia at this point.
It'll be third.
Third, sorry.
Yeah.
Third, yeah. Under 21 women's, men's, and this would be the third.
Jackie Wood's not done, Shane.
She's not given up.
Not done. Couple of good points from her there. Goes for the backhand, winds up for the backhand loop.
Yeah.
But Melissa Tapper takes the 3-0 win, and Australia will take their third gold medal of the tournament, winning the women's team final over New Zealand, 3-0. A really solid Australian women's team. I mean, they really brought their absolute best here, and which is great to see.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely a good opportunity for the New Zealand women's team to experience the level of some really seasoned international players.
That's right, a great result for Australia. But looks like the New Zealand women all enjoyed their matches. I think they've got something positive to take out of it, and probably something to work on as well. So they'll be pleased.
Well, that's all you're going to get out of me and Shane for today. I think we've had our fill of table tennis. So
We'll be back tomorrow?
Yeah, more matches back tomorrow, starting off at, I believe, 10 a.m. You're going to be stuck with me, unlucky. Actually starting off with some doubles across the morning, leading up to the men's team final, which will be later on in the afternoon around 4. But from us today, thanks for joining us, and hopefully you've enjoyed some of the table tennis here at the Oceania Table Tennis Championships.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Matt.